This idea really resonated with me because what I took away from this thought of the Kedushas Levi is that whatever the situation is, you always have to look at it and make the best of it. You always have to, and whatever we're dealing with is really all for the best. And I think that's really the story of my grandfather, Papa's life. He was the happiest person, I think, that ever lived. He was never unhappy. Whatever he was dealing with, whether it was good, bad, he was always happy and smiling and always made the best of every situation. And I think maybe to tell a quick anecdote about this, I was thinking of, there's a lot of Papa stories I could tell. They run from the hysterically funny to more touching ones, to some very strange ones in the middle. As you all know, my grandfather was a very unique personality. But the one I figured I would say is the story of, I guess, the last time that Adina, I, and the kids really saw him. The last few months, Papa came up with a new thing that on Friday afternoons, every once in a while, he would come over to our house and drop off various food items. Where the food came from, I don't know, but sometimes it was donuts, it was kugels, it was all random types of things. Anyway, you may remember a couple weeks ago there was a hurricane which hit the area. And that Friday, everyone was busy running around preparing and boarding up houses and packing up, and everyone was making all their precautions. So I think this was around an hour before Shabbos when we had just got the mandatory evacuation notice for North Libya. So we were packing up our stuff and getting ready to run to my in-laws in Queens. We're getting all our bags ready, and next thing we hear is a knock at the door. And Adina opens the door, and Papa's standing there with a bag of donuts. And Adina says, "What are you doing here?" Papa's like, we'll deal with this. That was Papa's approach. In the middle of a hurricane coming, he could come and bring donuts to his great-grandchildren, who I know he loved and who loved him just as much. And I was thinking, this is really symbolic of his entire life. Whatever the situation was, if it was a hurricane, if it was dealing with Nini, whatever it was, he always made the best of it, and he always saw the silver lining in things. And that's, I'm hoping that my family, my kids, my entire family, that we're zochet to really follow in his footsteps and be able to adopt this approach towards living life.